Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a cash envelope stuffing for the paycheck that I received on July 21st, 2022 using the printable version of the Budget by Paycheck Workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. Okay, we are all set and ready to go for today's cash envelope stuffing. I almost forgot what video I was recording when doing the intro. But I do have my cash envelope breakdown from the Budget by Paycheck workbook here. I do have all my cash here, hundreds up top, singles down below that are a little bit out of frame. As usual, I do want to start with my emergency fund. So I have a checking account at my bank with an emergency fund in it, but I like trying to add to that and grow that emergency fund without actually budgeting for it. So at the end of every pay period, I take whatever cash I have left over in my variable expense cash envelopes and I put it in this emergency fund envelope. My goal is to get to $1,000, and once I do, I will deposit this into my checking account emergency fund and start over again. This specific envelope I've been doing since May. In May, I did use, I think it was $801 that I had in a emergency fund envelope towards the down payment on my new car. So I started over again in May, and with this paycheck, with this last pay period, I should say, I was able to put $71 into this envelope. So we should have $270 in here. I'm going to pull all the bills out and we can count them up together. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 61, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 270. So we do have $270. Definitely a lot of singles in here, but I tend to not, I don't know what it is, consolidate my envelopes because I like having small bills to make change when I need to. So we are all set with the emergency fund. Next, we are going to be going into my variable expense cash envelopes. I'm using the same envelopes as I did last time I did a cash envelope stuffing. These envelopes, all three of these designs, are available in my Etsy shop, which is linked down below. We are going to start out with my eating out envelope. I'm going to be putting $75 in a $50 bill, a $20 bill, and a $5 bill into this envelope. So we have 50, 70, 75. And I did update my envelopes. So I have my deposit of $75 listed, and I am going to be pulling out the $5 bill for my $5 challenge. Next, we will be stuffing my gas envelope. This is also getting $75 in a $50 bill, a $20 bill, and a $5 bill. So we have 50, 70, 75. And again, same thing. I did put down my deposit for $75, but I am taking out the $5 bill for my $5 challenge. I'm really curious to see how much of this I end up using. If you watched my last cash envelope stuffing, I literally had to get gas and use a credit card because of some complications with the fact that I was like switching over banks and it was payday and all this other stuff. And I did pull my 50 out to reimburse myself or to pay my credit card. But I didn't put any more gas in my car last pay period. So the additional $20 that was in my gas envelope ended up in my emergency fund. And I still, so I'm actually filming this on Friday the 22nd. As of today, Friday the 22nd, I have a little less than half a tank. So I'm probably going to need to fill up within the next, I would say maybe 4 or 5 days. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm curious if I'll have to fill up twice in this coming pay period. I'm thinking not. I do have a new car and it's a hybrid. So if I fill up once more, I mean, I would be spending less than $100 in the month of July in gas probably, which is really exciting. So Lastly, for my variable expense cash envelopes, we have my miscellaneous envelope, and this is the envelope that tends to change with regards to the denominations every pay period. And the reason is because most of the time, if I'm pulling out for a savings challenge, I'm pulling out for this envelope. So this time we're going to be pulling $150 in two $50 bills, two $20 bills. I think that's my only two 20s. A $5 bill, it's my last 5, and then 5 singles, which is all the singles that I have left. So let's count this up. This should be $150. So we have 50, 100, 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 150. So we do have $150 in here, and I put in that deposit, but I also wrote in what I'm going to be pulling out for my 52-week challenge, which we'll do later on in this video. I also pulled my 2022 savings challenges from the Budget Mom from this envelope, but I'm not going to be doing that today because I need to pull from my envelope on, I think it's Sundays this month. So I've been doing it on Sundays. Next, we are going to be stuffing my 2 sinking funds that I'm currently contributing to. If you watch my budget with me, I think I touched on the fact that I did meet my goals, and I know I have in previous videos too. I met my goals for my 2022 savings challenges. 2022 sinking funds that had goals. These 2, travel and car maintenance, I consider rolling sinking funds, meaning you just keep contributing to them every single pay period and letting the money grow. You don't have a specific goal. Sorry, I had a little bit of an interruption. I'm not exactly sure where my video cut off, but these are 2 rolling sinking funds. I will say though, my car maintenance sinking fund isn't really going to be a rolling sinking fund anymore. I do have a new car. I don't feel like I need to contribute over like every single pay period to a car maintenance sinking fund, because hopefully over the next few years, I'm really not going to have to put a lot of money towards car maintenance, really just oil changes. So I don't want to have no car maintenance sinking fund, but I'm not going to just keep contributing. My goal is to get to $1,000. Once I do, I'm going to stop contributing to this sinking fund. If I do use money from it, then I can replenish it. And maybe when my car gets to be a few years old, I'll start contributing to this again on a regular basis. But I'm still saving for it right now. My travel sinking fund is a rolling sinking fund. I was putting $50 a pay period towards it, but I actually have an upcoming vacation in October, and so I'm putting a lot of money towards my travel sinking fund right now. This is my main priority and savings goal at this current moment. Once I save up all the money I need to pay for my vacation, then things will kind of rebalance out again. I'll start trying to put a lot more money towards my house savings again, while also trying to figure out if there's ways for me to be putting extra money towards my car to pay that off quicker. So with the travel sinking fund, I'm going to be putting in $900 in $900 bills, and it should be what we have here. So actually no, it shouldn't be what we have here. I think I'll have 3 left over. So let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So this is $900. It's going to go into this envelope. I did touch upon in my budget with me the fact that I had use my credit card to pay for part of my trip already, and that I was gonna have to pull money from this envelope to pay that credit card bill off. The reason why I did that is because I got like, I think 2% cash back or 5% cash back on my credit card because it was a travel related purchase. So I think that's what I'm going to continue to do to pay off the vacation. I'll charge it on my credit card first. That way I can take that cash back, apply it towards my card, and then in the end the trip ends up costing me a little bit less. So you can see that I pulled out $1,953. Again, I charged $2,000. 47 was cash back, so that came off, and I only had to pull $1,953 out. So we were left with $777 in this envelope, but we are now depositing $900, so we should have $1,677. So I'm gonna pull everything out. We're gonna count it all up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 1650, 1670, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 1677. So we do have our full amount here. And I don't know exactly how much total I've saved for vacation. I've hit hit the halfway point. I'm like just over halfway. I want to save $7,000. So I guess I've saved a little bit over $3,500 total towards my vacation so far. For car maintenance, it's getting its usual $50, and I'm doing that in a single $50 bill, which we have here. With this deposit, we should be at $403, so we have a little under $600 left to reach my goal. Let's count this up. We have 152, 253, 354, 401, 402, 403. So that's nice. And oops. That's all set. I did update the tracker on here. I also updated the tracker on this one as well. Because this is a rolling sinking fund, I didn't want to do cash values here. I just did months. And so because this was the last pay period in July, I was able to fill in that box. Lastly, for the cash that we have sitting here, it's just my $600 for my rent. So we have $300 bills, and then we should have $650. So added together, this would be $600. 1, 2, 3, 354, 455, 556. Okay. And I don't have an envelope for this. I'm just going to put it aside. Now that we have that done, I am going to flip towards the back of my budget book, because I need to update this tracker. I don't have anything for June. I want to get to my 52-week challenge tracker. This tracker is available. Let me pull out my envelope too. This tracker and this envelope are available in my Etsy shop, again linked down below. We are officially on the second column for 2022. We are more than halfway through the year. For this paycheck and this pay period, I'm going to be contributing $29 and $30. So I get paid bi-weekly. I always pull both weeks right when I get paid. That way I don't have an issue where I've spent too much and then on the second week I don't have enough cash. So this is my 52-week challenge envelope. I did update it with this deposit. 29 plus 30 is $59. So I'm going to pull the $59 from my miscellaneous envelope, which is right here. 59. So we're going to do that in a $50 bill, a $5 bill, and then 4 singles. And all my singles are super junky, but that's okay. So left in this envelope after that withdrawal, we should have $91. So let's count this. We have 50, 70, 90, 91. And this is for me to spend as I please throughout the next 2 weeks. I'm going to put that aside. This is our $59. Let's count it up again. 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. And then I'm going to add it to what's in here, and we should have $465. So, yeah. All right, let's count this up. 1, 2, 3, 354, 450, 455, 460, 61, 2, 3, 4, 465. And I did actually condense this one, I think a couple pay periods ago, because it was just getting too big. I'm really glad that I did that. All right, so that's it for my 52-week challenge. Just to kind of zoom out for a second and kind of share with you guys, I do like showing you these every once in a while. I kind of forget most of the time, but in the back section of my budget book, I do have like my $5 challenge trackers. These are a freebie, a printable from the Budget Mom on her free resource library. I'm actually up to $990 in my savings jar for my $5 challenge. I did put in, I didn't put in the ones for this pay period. So I'm actually going to hit 1,000 because I'm going to put 2 $5 bills in. That's really exciting. I didn't even realize that. Okay, that's really cool. So I have a bunch of these. I kind of printed out too many, but that's okay. And then I do have my net worth tracker. I did figure out my net worth for June. I got to put it in here. I forgot to. And then I have my credit score. It definitely dipped in July, and that's because I just bought a new car. And then I do have my car and my Disney kind of like visual trackers. So each one of these keys is $395. And so every time that I make a payment on my car, I will, fill in one, but I did get 3 rows worth done because of my down payment and everything. And then this is how I knew I was about halfway done with paying for my Disney trip. So my goal is to save $7,000. Each Mickey head is $70. And with how much I've saved, I've filled up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows plus 1. So 51 dots, and there's 100 Mickeys on here. So I'm like just over the halfway point, which is really awesome. And then I do have my house savings goals. I did really awesome for the first quarter of the year. I did not so awesome for the second quarter of the year. This is when I kind of figured out and realized I was going to have to buy a new car. And so the priority changed to saving for a car down payment. And then this is the third quarter of the year. And this is probably not going to be what's listed here because I made these goals before I had figured out my car and my vacation. So once the vacation is paid for, this will become more of our priority again. But I did want to share those trackers with you all because I usually forget to. And that is it for this week's cash envelope stuffing. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments about my budget, using the Budget by Paycheck workbook, the envelopes I use, anything, please do not hesitate to put them down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.